And these, I guess, will come a little late. Everything else is in process. Cool. But yeah, I'm totally aware that some people might say, give this game more of a chance. But I know if you overplay a game, the chances of you never returning to it, no matter how good it is, go up with every minute you're playing. So I would rather sort of finish this off in a decent state. And I mean, this isn't the fort that I dreamed of, but if I managed to get copper ore by the end of this stream, I'll be pretty satisfied. And if I return to this challenge, it'll be because I'm doing it for my own enjoyment. I'm honestly very, oh no, a light temporal storm is approaching. So I probably have a day. So we'll put these away. Put that away. I forgot to replant them. And, oh, I got bonus turnip seeds. Or I forgot to plant some. Probably bonus, because you can get extra. Okay, I'm going to head for the nearest forest, look for tails, and, okay, so that's water, body of water, that's body of water. Okay, I'm going to go for this one, because I don't think I've been in this direction very much. And hopefully I can get back before the temporal storm begins. And I do want something to sift while the temporal storm is going on. And that's honestly, I like the lore in this game. I do. But I have to admit, temporal storms are pretty bad for entertainment value. Oh, yeah. So that's funny. Kalmatar earlier said while I was trying to kill this guy, crouch. And I think he said when I said too bad I suck at using a spear. Or maybe he was a little kinder and said after. Oh, that's healthy vegetable. After I said there was a delay in the action of the spear, which it's really not much of an excuse, in my opinion. It's something I'll eventually get used to. Of course, there's a rooster right there, but it's just a good reason to get some traps going later. But I would like to get this up to a keep level, but I need a break. So the nice thing is I have 1 or 2 episodes of this coming out a week on YouTube. That's the scheduling, because I think I'll finish this challenge, even if it is sort of superficially for a while. So I might be able to do this series justice by taking a week or 2 off and then coming back to it fresh. Because I am really looking forward to copper. That changes the game a lot. You know what? I'm going to get some roots because I have room for roots and I think I might have time. Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, Kalmatar is filling me in and saying he said, when I said I was already crouching. I know it's a streamer faux pas. You're not supposed to go over chat that's too old, but oh well. I like the people who are in the chat. I like what they're saying. Anyway, yeah, and just as I started harvesting roots, Mr. Toad said, "You're not harvesting the roots?" Yeah, I changed my mind. I'm harvesting the roots. Okay, do I have enough to make a bag yet? No, I'm close. But I'm going to grab some of this if possible. Oh, finish off the berries. Oops. Yeah, see? I'm meant to be playing another game right now because I'm like stacking blocks when I don't mean to. I'm doing all kinds of crazy wrong stuff. But I'm also a little bit sick, so I have excuses. I have so many excuses for sucking at this game. But Yeah, so I checked how many hours I have in 7 Days to Die and was astonished because Steam says that since I bought it in the 20 teens, I have spent fish. I don't have inventory space. The fish survive, but I'm gonna mark this as a fish pond. Okay, so where are you? There we go. Um, I have played that game for 4,300 hours. So if that's not habit or habitual, I don't know what is. Okay, see, this is where I'd like to put my base if I were to move. I'll just mark that with a star. And that is an extremely high amount. I mean, I know I did playthroughs with friends. I did playthroughs solo. I picked at it. I played it almost with at every. I started over at almost every major patch. I had servers going. Um, the first 14 Days to Die server was really popular. Kalmatar says he only just has over 200 hours. That's enough to understand and experience the game. As far as I'm concerned, I mean, 7 Days to Die is not one of those games where you have to be an expert to either enjoy it or even to help other people out. I honestly think you can be good at that game with very little effort. Which kind of I don't like zombie games. It's that simple. But somehow 7 Days to Die got its clutches on me. I have enough for a basket. Yay! Inventory space. Now that's power. I just threw a tool. In celebration, I threw my knife and picked it up. Kalmatar says he hasn't played since March 24th. Sounds like the last time they had a major patch, actually. I could be wrong. But it sounds like yeah, it sounds like the last major patch. But I should be talking about Vintage Story since that's what we're playing and that's what we're roaming around on. Um, I don't know. I mean, I think Vintage Story is one of those games that is perfectly what it is. Like, it is unique enough, even though someone watching it might go, well, that's just a Minecraft clone. But I think through gameplay, the style of gameplay, it's unique enough to be very much its own thing. Is that? No, that's Slate. Ooh, Big Lake. Actually, it looks more like. Right. So Kalmatar says 7 Days to Die 2.0 came out in June. Yeah, so that sounds about right. Sounds like you played the new patch for a while, which I know didn't impress a lot of people, but we'll save that discussion for my 7 Days to Die playthrough. If you honor me with your presence in the chat, and I hope you do, because I hesitate to say it because I hate proving this wrong. By playing badly, and there's always a chance of that. But I believe I'm expert level at 7 Days to Die, even though every time there's a new patch, I'll check out a few videos about what's new, what's changed. I read the patch notes maybe once every year or two. I would rather have someone like Guns, Nerds, and Steel, who it's actually Tamarin's channel. Guns, Nerds, and Steel is the name of his gaming channel. I would rather he or is pre-built goes through the patch notes and then gives me either the highlights or the whole lowdown. Yeah, I'd rather they do it for me. And no, I'm not going to start making 7 Days to Die how-to videos, though every video that I make is part tutorial, even if it's a game like this where I'm not amazing at it. I don't even think I'm really good at it. But I like sharing the things that I discover and explaining what I'm doing. But yeah, I'm going to catch up on chat a little bit. So yeah, Kalmatar says 7 Days to Die is up to 2.4 now, so I'm interested to see what's changed for myself. Certainly. And I'm going to start heading back home now because I think I do not have enough storage. I am not going back home until I have that 4th basket or until I'm terrified. Yeah, I'd like to see what's new for myself. I've been loosely keeping up with it. I think there have been a lot of bug fixes, which is great. But I'll get to Mr. Washington's awesome paragraph. I think he's talking about Vintage Story here, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but Mr. Washington says it's his go-to chill game. It is a perfect set of grind for him to hit the ADHD dopamine hit of do the thing, do the next thing, and there's no timed events, no major penalty to sleep like Stardew Valley does. Right, yeah, the only thing you have to deal with this is hunger, because everything in this game makes sense, really. So, and yeah, Kalmatar says let him know when I'm streaming 7 Days to Die. I absolutely will. A number of circumstances came up when where did that go? Right, it's on my cursor. When I started today's stream up, so I lost all the time that I was going to use to announce that I was streaming. I was going to be a good boy and announce it everywhere, all the social medias that I'm part of. But yeah, is that high fertility soil? Stop the press. All right, get rid of the regular soil. Oh, I have inventory space. I forgot. Just get it. I don't have time. Get it. It's high fertility soil. It is a game changer. Things will grow faster. This will have better nutrients that will endure longer. And yeah, I've been looking for this without saying it for a while. I always keep my eyes open for that dark patch of soil, and it's tricked me a bunch of times where I have double take as I've been traveling around the world. Okay, so I'm going to mark this as big 5-pointed star. And there. And now we go home. Not too quickly though, because I'm afraid to starve. Okay, so I'm gonna free up spots on my bar. I could eat the mushrooms, but I want to make a delicious mushroom stew with my turnips. I forgot to pin it? No. Oh, it's there. There it is. I hit save. I'm not pinning it because I don't want it to be constantly on my mini map, like indicating the edge. What's that? Granite. Okay, that's not a big deal. Let's see here. Yeah. I like pinning things, but I kind of try to stick to just pinning 1 or 2 things at a time. Like I've said before, I at times can get lost easily. Like, you know, in a broom closet. That's slate sand. I kind of want some. And my shovel just broke. That was predictable. Okay, and we'll just get one more. I know I'm pushing it because it's 5:30 and there's a temporal storm on the way. I want more of these because I may just want another skep. Actually, what am I doing? I'm replanting these. So off we go. Come on. Come on. Slog through the water. Need to go north. And it's already driving me nuts not being able to run. Because I have to save that last nutrition for running from predators as usual. Which is something you don't do forever in this game. Eventually, is this peat? That's peat. I want it, but I don't have a shovel. Is it marked? No. There we go. It's saved. I will be able to come back here and check it out. I think I just heard something behind me that I didn't like, but I'm going to hold just in case. Oh yeah, I'm not wearing armor, so a bear could potentially one-shot me, I think. So I have to be careful and watchful, which should be easy in this place. Oh, that's a fox. Because it's just fields. I mean, I could become the king of farms, or we could take this server public and what is that? Ooh, conglomerate. That makes nice walking paths. Take this server public and turn this into a city. But I hate to say this, but I wish I included oceans in this world, but with everything being default, I didn't. So it would be a lot more interesting if there was at least 30% ocean in this world. Because they have ships. You can build an actual, like, modest sized ship in this and go sailing. And I've never seen it before. I won't even watch a video about it because I kind of want to just figure it out with friends or alone or whatever the situation is when I get around to it. So, almost home. And the temporal storm is coming. Let's get going. Do not want to get caught out in this. Crap. Okay, that is not good. What? Okay. Fighting these guys is about timing. I'm dead. Crap. A corrupt Bowtorn. That's why I was getting shot in the back. Oh, that's fun. What I need is a stack of 3 dirt. That hole is going to be full of trouble. So I didn't make it. Let's see. And I'm not going to make it again. Okay. Oh, they're just all out. But at least, oh, okay. Well, I think I made the dirt ladder here, dirt staircase. Oh, it is hard to, okay. It's hard to see on stream, but all of the controls are mushy. Everything is a little bit slow to respond, just a little bit. And my character's perception is glitching, not just forward, but a little bit left and right. And I really don't want to lose all the stuff that I managed to gather on that character because it's not super valuable stuff, but it took time. I still don't know how I'm going to get it all out, but hopefully I can quickly drop into the hole and then dirt jump out. Come on. I do not have the armor for this. Oh, yeah. Sorry if I'm a little bit on edge today. It's really all about sort of minor cold symptoms and that sort of thing. But I decided not to take the day off from streaming because if you're streaming as a part-time job and attaching it to your gaming habit, sometimes you can't take days off. And maybe in the future, this becomes a part-time job. For fun and to supplement my writing income. Okay, where is my stuff? Hi, guy. Have you seen my stuff? Have you seen my stuff? There's my stuff. Get around the corner. And then leap across. Okay, we get the heck down into our hole. Close that up. There we go. But yeah. Thank you for hanging in. Let's see. So okay, I'm pretty happy with how that turned out, actually. It's tempting to plant the cattail roots down here, but I'm not going to do that. All right, I really hope that this doesn't last too long. But let's see. So that's still burning. I'm in pretty rough shape. And don't want to eat too many berries, but I hope that our bushes go soon. Oh, how did I get the water down there? It was like this when we got here. This is actually the entrance to a larger cave system back there. So if you dig past there, which I'm not doing right now because it's dead dark in there and there's a temporal storm going on, because I'm going to find trouble if I dig through to show you. But yeah, if you dig in there, you find a bigger cave system. I don't actually know how big because as soon as we got here to set up, okay, the temporal storm seems to be waning. As soon as we got here to set up, we walled the back off so we could reserve this space for ourselves. And it's worked out ever since. And I can do this. I'm in the water. I've got my pan. And I'm panning for stuff. We weren't too lucky with copper, and I need more copper. So while this temporal thing is going on, I'm going to distract my character from the insanity by panning for copper and other stuff. So I wonder. Okay. So you can leave your inventory open and pan. That's really cool. And we got a piece of copper. And I think the temporal storm is pretty much over. It was around just long enough to give me trouble. But I didn't lose anything, so we're up to 3 copper. So I may actually finish these 2 piles. I don't know. What do you think of me panning for 5 or 10 minutes so we can get the rest of the copper we need? Because I think I need now 14 more. I think maybe it might be worth it because it'll get us to the next level. And yeah, I can go get some real copper. Because I think, I don't know. Yeah, I just pulled this sand is doing well for us. But yeah, I really like the idea of having like I want to have like a small pond in the middle of the keep. I think that would be really nice. So I have 27 copper and we need 40. Oh, that's not good. But yeah, if you guys will be bored to tears by watching me sift through sand, just speak up. We'll move on. I'll try to find copper some other way. There should be some ground copper around. It's not totally uncommon. And there's at least one or two mountain ranges that I haven't checked out. So there might be some just in the foothills waiting for me to pick it up. But let's see. So what else did we pick up just now? A copper nugget. That's what we're after. And that is native gold nugget. Cool. I don't want the slate, the copper arrowhead. Making good bows, I think, is a little bit complicated. But that's just because I don't have much of anything. Quite possibly. I have seen what a really civilized server looks like. And I know it's not fully developed, but Gina's Village, which you can see if you watch the YouTube video called on my Snooze Frenzy channel on YouTube. I think it's called We're Going on an Adventure. It's not labeled the same as this series, which is Dying in Vintage Story. Okay, so we got 3 more. Oh, that's 4. And we will try basalt sand. Actually, I think that's what we were already panning. But I'm impatient to get to copper. I really want to start mining a bit. And I know there's other stuff going on. I need that, I need a bowl. I need to eat the food that we prepared. And the bowl is currently in the kiln cooking. I'm going to check. Is it still? Oh! Okay, I'll finish this pile, then we'll go get our bowl. Because it's finished. It is finished. I can get my bowl, then get some food, properly feed myself, start healing more. And yeah, that'll be a return to form. Oh, said I was just going to finish that one. So just one more sift. No, didn't get the copper that time. Okay, we got flint. We got a bunch of slate stone. We got some stuff. Some of it not very impressive. Let's see here. So I have any of that? No. Okay, combine that, and that brings us up to 31 native copper nuggets. I don't have any of those nuggets in there. Okay, so we'll just dump whatever matters. Aw, more rot. I think that was a hide that we didn't have fat to treat. So it's unfortunate, but there really wasn't much choice. I could have gone out hunting a lot, but yeah, I would love to treat this, but we just don't have the fat. It takes 2 chunks of fat. Is there any flint in there? I think there's there's a stack of arrowheads collecting. Okay, we'll just put our flint away. Apparently I was carrying all the flint. Okay, I have a little bit of work to do, I guess. Where's junk? I mean, when you have nothing, it seems like everything is valuable. That is obsidian, Basalt. Okay. Can you make tools with this? You can. I need a shovel. Again, that's another thing. When you go to copper tools, the durability is so much higher. Okay, sticks. I do have sticks. And now I do have a shovel. Move that over. Move that over. Okay, medium fertility soil. I guess it's useful in a pinch. And I have another flint arrowhead. Apparently, there are just a lot of arrowheads around. Okay. What time is it? Oh, right. It's the middle of the night, so I'm not going out to farm anytime soon. But I am going to use this for food. 3.6. I think this is the one that's going bad first. Good, it's empty. Ah, good food. Oh, I just filled both bowls. Didn't even realize. Well, we have an empty crock pot then. So we're going to use that to store this. Great. And I think I should make more food. Okay, first of all, do we have fuel for that? Okay, that is a crock pot. That there. Okay, I have food for cooking, but I don't really have fuel unless I start burning random stuff. Which I'd rather not do. Oh, do I have a bunch of sticks? No. I mean, I have 3 sticks, but it's not enough. Well, since we're kind of stuck down here, we may as well continue panning. And see if we can get more copper. Please. Because that would be a great... Doing some smithing would be a great way to end this stream, I think. And I don't know. I mean, prospecting in this game is really interesting. It's difficult, like really difficult. And I don't think it's triangulation. You're just getting 3 samples in an area to find out what's in a 100-block chunk. So whatever the results are, that's always in percentage. It basically just tells you what's in that chunk. And maybe how close you are to it. So I don't know. It's interesting. I definitely haven't mastered it. And sometimes it's just downright confusing. 2 copper. I think we need 7. 3. But if we get this going. Okay, yeah. I do know what we need. I need a hammer mold and I need a pickaxe mold. But of course, I still need copper. Basalt sand. I don't think this is the best stuff to pan by far, but seems to be working. Okay. First time chat. He is advertising his streamer website. Yeah, I totally understand. I mean, there are a lot of desperate people trying to become big streamers, and shortcuts are tempting for some people. Oh, you already got them banned? Thank you, Mr. Washington. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think they're just spammers, right? I mean, if I were into the investigative thing and I had a budget, I'd open another account. Yeah, he says, yeah, they're scammers or spammers. Sorry. I'd open up a brand new account and approach Twitch and say, hey, what do you think of me doing an investigative piece about what the results of contacting these guys are? But I don't have time for that. I'm already investigating one article that is much happier. And I'm starting a new book in a couple of weeks. I mean, I'm taking at least a month off, but most of that month I'll be researching either on the side and doing prep, or I will be actively working on the book. So, like actually writing. So, I don't have time to do an investigation like that. That and I have no budget. Mr. Washington says these spammers have a bunch of different sites, and they're mainly there to try to get people to get you to log in with your Twitch credentials in order to steal your account. He has thousands of them in a Google spreadsheet logged and reported. Yeah. It's whack-a-mole. You know, all scammers are kind of like that. Not saying they're spammers. It's an allegation. One which I'm not willing to back up in court, I'll be honest. Again, the problem is time and money, but they haven't really offended me just yet. Other than to junk up my chat a little bit. And I appreciate you reporting these people. You're doing a service, sir. Okay, so I got some stuff. Gonna dump the stuff. There's some clay. Not worth it. The quartz is nice, I guess. I mean, you can refine it and turn it into window panes, I think. Okay, so I'll get that. And we'll put the quartz away. How am I doing? So I'm up to 31 copper, 36 copper. We are so close. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, Cal says the accounts that we see spamming are throwaway accounts. I totally believe that. Yeah, I remember the first time I saw something like that was in the 90s with IRC. The spammers were rampant back then, but channel moderators would punish the heck out of them, which I think they deserved. Internet relay chat was kind of a crazy self-governed environment, let's just say. And I think it still is. It's still around. Yeah. So they're basically saying, yeah, it's pretty much always the same companies doing it. Okay, so we have mature turnips, and I forgot my seeds, but we'll plant some. Do I have a hoe? I do not have a hoe. Well, we're going to have a lot of turnips, that's for sure. 405, 405, 405, 305. We have a runt. Yeah, so the negative here is that I will have, when I'm replanting in less fertile soil. So I'm going to change the soil. That is medium fertility. That is high. And I've got 8 left. Cool. Whoa. Yeah, Mr. Washington has a fun habit of dropping paragraphs in the chat, which is interesting. He always has something interesting to say. He says all of that with the spammers is why he had one of the streamers he mods, who owns a or co-owns a programming place over in the UK, make the open source stream command Booper to make Twitch moderation a lot easier for him. He finds one, he adds it to the list, TM, as in trademarked, and then you can copy and paste and run it. And the program will run the command in every channel he moderates. So it's a lot easier than what he has to do, which was manually copy paste it for everyone. Yeah, and he moderates 25 channels. So cool. Well, I don't know if you're here for this, but this is kind of my test trial week where I try to stream every day, learn the lessons of streaming while I'm playing a game that quite honestly isn't actually that popular right now. I think it will be more popular. I think Vintage Story is growing and it will grow very well. Actually, oh crap. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly finish what I'm doing here. But for now, it's sort of an underdog game. Nope, that's wrong. Put that there, grab the seeds, and now we go. And I think that's fine. I think it's great that this game's finally getting recognition, but it also gives me the opportunity to learn while fewer people are looking. And he says, yep, Twitch side moderation is a lot easier than YouTube moderation, but YouTube streaming has better bandwidth, less compression artifacts in his experience. Yeah, I know. And I if this continues, and it probably will, I'm enjoying myself. Oh, I think that's empty. Yeah, it's empty. And I need fuel. Okay, so I'm gonna put my bowl down. Cool. And get out there because I'm well fed. And if this continues, I'm definitely going to be dual streaming YouTube and Twitch. But for now, I'm just getting used to having chat. I honestly don't, I have my own discernment, like my own idea of what's correct and what's not. I don't have a hoe. What am I doing? Oh, okay. I have to focus up. So the question is, how am I going to get those last few copper? And how am I going to convince the devs to build a drawbridge? Or unless they already have and I just don't know about it. But I need those copper. I have everything else. And of course I hear that wolf. If he's in the pit, he's like 2 steps away from being in my belly. But if he's not, it could cause trouble for me because I still don't have armor because I'm impatient. And I don't have much firewood. But yeah, I liked streaming on YouTube. The last stream I did on YouTube was Star Citizen, the Halloween hangover, which I didn't have a hangover. I was just really tired, to be completely honest. But hangover sounds better than the weary Star Citizen stream. Okay, we're gonna put our axe to work, I think. Nearest forest to the south is this way. Wait, is that Pete? That's Pete. We're gonna break our shovel getting some. Yeah, there are a lot of solutions for dual streaming. Yeah, that's something I have pretty well in hand. But thank you very much though. I appreciate it. But yeah, for now I'm getting used to chat. I would like to make um I'd like to make it to affiliate or whatever the first level of Twitch is. I think that would be great, and I'm close. I'm very close. It's one of the nice things about being able to work in the morning on writing and on editing and on all of the other things with my authoring business, and then having a few hours in the afternoon to play games in front of people. It's a balance I actually really like, so I think it's something I can get used to. That end, I really want to be better at public speaking, and after you know a lot of the theory, all you can do is practice. That's really all you can do to get better at it. And this is pretty decent practice. But yeah, you're talking about the vintage story mod. Yeah, I'm still not used to the time delay that Twitch chat has. So he's talking about the drawbridge idea I have, which I'm sure a lot of other people have, because he's saying there's a mod for that called Medieval Experience Mod. And yeah, I'm sure the next time I do something like this, I'm going to. Okay, I need a new shovel. I'm going to add maybe one mod, maybe two. Like one mod I'd like is quite simply, okay, I still need sticks for that. I will stack up Pete here. And yeah, the mod that I'd really like is one that saves scraps from blacksmithing, because when you're working on the anvil, sometimes nodules of ore get cast off the object you're making. So it's just ore that's going to waste. What I'd like to see is something that actually is in real smithies. Um, and that is where you can actually reclaim the metal. It doesn't just go to waste, because in this game it all goes to waste. So I need a new shovel. We'll crack that. And then we will plant our cattails real quick. I know exactly where they're going. And then I'm going to go looking for ore, but if I find sand that's really good for that, I'm going to dig the sand up instead, and we'll just sift it. Because it's one of those things where if you're just looking for ore that's laying around somewhere, I need a bowl. I need food. Give me that. Do I already have one? No. Weird. And that's empty. Nope. No, that is empty. And that's empty. Am I out of food? No. How is it possible? Well, I keep eating. That's how it's possible. So we're going to grab the old beets, these guys, these mushrooms, and we're going to throw something together. 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that's 3. Damn it. Oh, come on. And will this? No, that won't go. Okay, we'll just get some dry fuel in the form of peat, which I just put down. Yeah, I guess I'm kind of scattered because I'm a bit sick. Sorry, folks. Do I have the fire starter somewhere? Yes, I do. There it is. Got my good old fashioned fire starter. Rub those sticks together. I'll just put it back for later. Yeah, I lost my torch because I died. It happens. I have a stick. Make a new torch and light it off that. Okay, so put the berries back because they are good for something. And while we're waiting for that to cook, I'm going to make another hoe. Wow, wastes a lot of the basalt. See, I don't really care about reclaiming this kind of stone because it's everywhere. But metal, that's a different story. Okay, that is my hoe. I have practically a whole set of tools now. So toss that for a sec. Grab that. Put it down. And have a meal. How's it doing? Oh, it's not bad. It's turnips. And I just ate all the food. Okay, well, I'm going to take that peat back. Got my door in my hand. And that'll have to do for a while. I mean, I could get something. I'm going to get something else cooking. It may not be great, but it will be cooking. So, yep, a little bit scattered. Okay, this is a choice spot. It just looks really boring because it's all field. Okay, and we'll put that in there and we will, okay, get that back. Weird. Okay. There we go. What do we have on us? Okay, we have leftover turnips. So we're going to turn it into a turnip extravaganza. So 5. Uh-oh. So we're going to have a lot of turnips. There. 5 servings of turnip stew. You know what? I know it probably looks ridiculous, but I want to see if I can make the maximum power turnip stew. Yeah. 5 servings of hefty turnip stew. It sounds like the kind of thing that clogs toilets and creates, it's just nightmare fuel for plumbers everywhere. Okay, so got a hoe. Do I have the seeds? No, screw it. I'm just going to plant. Just going to plant those cattail roots. But if you are watching this is a video series, I apologize for this episode. I know we talked about other games. I confess that I'm a little bit under the weather today. But my intentions are good. My intentions are to move the story along. the story is our progression. And I think that we are actually moving slowly towards having a nice keep that will provide for the winter. That is the whole challenge. Okay, we'll get that. And we'll finish off here. 2, 3, 4. And that's all of the roots we captured. So we're going to have cattails for days and days. How's this doing? 5 of 9. So someday. And these guys, not bad. No. So tomorrow, I think those other turnips will be done. And this is very much a yeah, it's a turnip based keep. You know, the Irish survived on potatoes historically. I don't know actually for how long. Maybe it goes back even further than I'd expect. This civilization is founded on turnips. And I don't know what that looks like. I don't know if there's a people in the world that actually sort of grew their civilization based on that tuber in particular. Let's see. I don't have a whole ton of food or stamina, so I'm not running. I really can't wait to be in a position where I can just run all the time because I'm so well fed and I know there's a lot of food back home. Speaking of which, I'm going to just eat these berries. They're all mine. There we go. Maybe now I should start running. Oh, not going to bug the foxes because sometimes there is like I think there's a tiny chance that they'll turn and attack you. And one fox, okay. 2? That could be a problem. That could be a problem. But yeah, so let's see. So how's my driving so far? How is the stream going, chat? What do you guys think? Because I think it could be worse. Okay, so that's muddy gravel. I can't use that. Right, so we go to the foothills because the chances of there being cast off ore is better. As I've said a couple of times now, most of the stuff in this game makes a lot of sense. Oh, it makes sense to go to the foothills where you might find ore. Check out the entrance to a few caves where again you might find something in there that you can't use yet. But, whew, waterfall. That's really cool. What's it made of? Granite. Oh, check out this spot. This would be a cool place to build something in. And if you've been enjoying or at least watching along with the YouTube series, I'd love to know what you think of it. What you think of Vintage Story, what you think of my playthrough, which I understand has been fearful. I definitely have been running a lot in this playthrough, dying even more. Ooh, mushrooms. Do I have a stack of dirt? No, I don't. I can get one. I have a shovel. And it's peat. Well, just cut this puffball free. and not get carried away into the dark hole that flows to. Jeez, it's like, no, it's just a natural formation, but it's really cool. Okay, we'll get a little bit more peat because it's pretty worthwhile, and then we'll find our way out of here. And this stuff is also fertilizer, which is something I didn't know at first. I thought it was just fuel for the fire, but no, not at all. Well, also cracked basalt. Interesting. But yeah, I'd love to know what you think this far into the series about the series. And if there are any other games you'd like to see me try to play. Please feel free to leave suggestions in the comments. Okay, so I think we've gotten all the peat we really care to. Daylight is burning, as they say. And I am going to try to get out of here. Only one mushroom, though. That's... Whoops. I really thought that I was going to get more out of this, but what are you gonna do? I got something. Basalt boulders. Not very interested. That is flint. Okay, I still don't see any sign of copper. And we are so close. Once we get that pick going and that hammer going, we'll be all set. For copper, at least. And this is where I usually get jumped by something when the bush is thick. So I'm actually going to find my way out before I'm escorted by a wolf to the edge of the woods. Okay, so I was unfairly disconnected, and I was not aware of it. And my streaming software did not try to reconnect, so I thought you guys were just being quiet. I apologize. I'm still getting used to the whole ecosystem of streaming. Yeah, no one's back yet, but let's see. Oh boy. I think I've made a mistake. All right, so home is... Okay, that is what? Fish pond, and home is that away. So I have to head north, and I'm gonna get a little bit more of this good stuff. So I can at least pan for some gold. Try to get out of here. Not pan for gold, pan for copper. But I did get a gold nugget, so there is a possibility of gold. Okay, little drops. I am out. Wow. Yeah, I really have to go north. Okay, I've got a hearty turnip stew waiting for me at home, so I'm just going to run. And I will try to keep my eyes open for any loose bits that might be helpful. Oh, yeah, I actually need sticks and wood. Lots of inventory space. So we are going to dump some crap. Where? Okay, so get rid of the slate, get rid of the shale. That's about all we really need to get rid of right now. What is that? Do not need the basalt. But we are going to get this wood. But yeah, so I think the most fascinating thing about this game is how well balanced all of the aspects are. Everything does take a lot of effort. And I think you really get a sense of accomplishment when you start building something that kind of supports your character, defeats the wilderness, and of course is sometimes worth showing to friends. And I think this game's popularity will very much rest on how easy it is to play with other people. Let's see, get rid of, keep on getting basalt stone for some reason. There. Enrich the pond ecosystem with it. And are these poisonous? I bet you they're poisonous. Yeah, they're poisonous. Get rid of that. That is a mistake I do not want to repeat. I heard something move in water. Oh yeah. So yeah, I was disconnected for a minute there, or 5 minutes. Can't really tell. But we're back, and we're finishing this part of the playthrough for Vintage Story, where hopefully, actually, this isn't going to be over until I pour my first the first copper mold. Because, oh, that's a bear. Sorry, I didn't look around to show you the bear, but there's just no time. He's in my face. He's in my ear. And I just heard bees. Well, I already know where they... Oh, yeah. Those are the bees I already put a skep beside. But that bear, he's coming. Come on, get through, get through. I hope he gets caught up in the leaves, too. Bears have murdered me more than any animal in this game. And it's not really murder if they get a good meal out of it, I guess. But, I've been that meal. And I'm tired of being killed by bears. I've only killed 2. Like, you know, I don't consider that appropriate revenge. But this is what allowed me to kill 2 bears. A pretty okay fortification. And I don't see that bugger anywhere. Which is fine. As long as he's not eating me, I'm happy. Okay, put the door back in. It was a pretty productive day, I think. And nothing like having a meal at the end of the day, too. Everything we set up to cook is done now. Just put the peat away. There we go. Get my bowl out and get our hearty turnip stew. Yeah, that actually fed us pretty well. That's cool. And I'm back. Sorry about that. Yeah, let's see here. So, what should we do? I think we should pan. I really think that that's the most important thing to do right now. So, I'm just going to take a second to clean things up. Get some things put in the right place. And put out of the way. I'll just do that. There's that wolf again. kind of wish you could domesticate them. I honestly don't know what that would involve. Um, Wolves are not exactly easy to domesticate, but I'd love to see if it was possible. And I'm sure there's a mod for that. Hey, tell me which mod, if you know, because I know a lot of people who love to play survival games like this, and they also like adding animals to them, as many as possible, domesticated animals in particular. So I'm pretty sure they'd be well chuffed to, very happy to see a server spring up with domesticatable wolves, if domesticatable is even a word, but it is now. Okay, put this away. Yeah, the last thing I want to do is spend most of my stream sorting. So how's everybody doing? Grab my... All right, so we're sifting again. Not my favorite thing, but it's actually not bad. I kind of like the whole lottery aspect to it. We're trying to get 3 pieces of copper. That's the goal. And it hasn't been easy going. I found some, which is great. I found some in the wild. And we're very close. We even have all the stuff. Is andesite worth anything? I think it's pretty common. Like, I don't know, at worst you could mark it on your map so you can see the spot later. But I don't really think so. I think it's it might be a common hard rock. Not sure. Wow, we blew through that chunk without really finding much of anything. But yeah, thank you for rejoining, Kalmatar. My stream died on me, so I don't honestly know what happened there. I am probably going to be changing, actually, I'm certainly going to be changing internet providers sometime soon. In my opinion, Bell's service in Ontario is not really good, especially for streaming. They make zero guarantees in terms of having steady upstream connections, which is really bad for us, someone who streams. And I'm going to make a habit out of this. This is going to be fun for me. I want to finish out the week by streaming every day, even if I'm feeling down. Like today, I'm definitely catching a cold, and I'm going to fight this tooth and nail. The thing is, what do I do when I have a cold? Unless I'm flat on my back, like just resting up, I'm playing video games. I'm like, of course, doing the required stretching and stuff. And, you know, surrounded by tea and water. Hey, there's that wolf. Hey, Wolfie. But I'm playing video games. So I know I'm not quite as with it as I usually am. Especially since I'm just sort of learning how to be an interesting streamer. But I mean, what else will I be doing? And I get the feeling that my 3 regular viewers, chatters, who I'm really grateful for, I think you guys will understand. You know, sometimes people get sick, and maybe I shouldn't stream while I'm clogged up and all that stuff, but I'm of the camp of why not? Everyone gets a cold sometime. I'm sure you understand. I'll try not to look ridiculously bad while I'm recovering. But I mean, right now I'm living on chicken noodle soup and I mean, I had really good vegan chili that has like all the good stuff in it for lunch today. So I'm doing all right, taking care of myself. And now I'm playing games after finishing all the work I had to put in this morning, which I really didn't want to do. When you wake up with a cold coming on, the last thing you want to do is go to work, but I don't have much of a choice. So there's that. But this doesn't feel like work to me. This feels more like lightly social gaming. But then again, there are only, you know, 3 people in my chat. So, and you guys have been quiet. I have a feeling I'm on a second screen, which is more than fine. This is definitely not my best stream, I don't think. So, okay. So what time is it in game? It is 1:44. So, let's see. I'll finish this chunk because we got our copper and a bit more. Oh, well, you know the phenomenon. Most people, when they're watching a streamer, they put them on their second screen and they play whatever game they're playing on their main screen, or they work on their main screen, which is actually kind of what I do. When I'm editing something for the 5th or 6th time, um, I'll usually have a streamer on, or I'll have a long playthrough on. Like Guns, Nerds, and Steel is a really good 7 Days to Die YouTuber. Actually, he's just a gaming YouTuber. Oh. Oh, he says, I'm only busting you, busting your chops. He actually, Kalmatar actually has 4 screens. I have 3. So I'm behind. I don't, I'm not as technologically advanced as you are, but it's close. It's close. Let's see here. So what I should do real quick before I get on to something else is put that in the crock pot and then grab some peat, grab some food. Hmm. Well, I only have 1 mushroom, but if I combine it with 1 beet, actually, no, that's not what I'm going to do. What am I going to do? I am going to combine that. Oh, what is that? Oh, sphalerite. Okay, I'll combine that with the sphalerite I already have. And I'm going to put more turnips in the pot with a mushroom. Damn it. Get up. Bring that back here. 1, 2, 3. With a mushroom for flavoring, just to get that bitterness out. There we go. And put the, wait, obsidian doesn't burn so well. So where's that peat? Peat brick. Relight it, get more food going. But yeah, thanks for coming back. I really don't like it when my stream goes dead. Unless, of course, it's quitting time. Time for me to stop gaming for a while, which comes all too often. Okay, I really should put my quartz all in one bucket. It's clear quartz. Some future... Damn it. Some future organization stream. Actually, no, I should just organize this off stream and spare everybody. Because there's absolutely nothing special about how I organize things. Okay, so obsidian, I've got native copper times 8. So that gives me quite a bit. I'm going to start a separate fire for smithing. Did I do it in here? What time is it? Yeah, I'll just do it in here. So I think once once I have a good pick, I'm going to do some renovations in here. 4 hides. Thank you, Gino Wee. Let's see. So I need this, and I need some firewood, which I can make pretty easily because I brought wood home. Right? Right. Don't need a lot of firewood, just a bit. Just need to get this started. I guess this is our smithing corner, which is kind of ridiculous, but hey. I wanted to do it on up top, but I hear a wolf. I don't really want to play with a wolf right now. So, all right, that's going. I'm going to grab that. Put it away. It's nice to have hides. I'll figure out what to do with them once I get the age of metal going on. Okay, so what's happening? This has to get up to 900 degrees. So this is starting. And I need all of my copper. I think I have it on me. 36. That doesn't seem like the right number. That's more like it. 44. So I need 40. That's what we'll do. Split, split, 10, 10, 10, and 10. I believe spacing your ore across like that actually gets that going, gets it melted faster. Am I screwing this up? Yes. I'm screwing this up. You won't believe how. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely sick. I'm getting things in the wrong order. Okay, I'm not going to leave that way. Actually, that's fine. It'll keep that way. So we'll put this away. Yeah. What I'm screwing up is pretty simple. I don't have molds for, I do not have molds for a pickaxe. So I need that before I do anything. And I don't have molds for a hammer. So we're going to do those, get those going before I melt the metal. And mold, hammer mold. We'll do the hammer mold first. Yeah, before the metal is ready, because once the metal is ready, you have to keep it hot until you pour it. And these take, I think it's 18 in-game hours to finish these molds. So that's something like 26 minutes. So I don't want to screw up my timing. Whoops. There and there. Okay, that's a hammer mold done. Fantastic. Put my bowl away. And I'm... Okay, we're actually going to put that straight in the ground so we can get that going right away. I might need sticks. That's not a big deal. So I need to make another spot for that. Is there a good spot? Need to make another wild kiln. So just gonna have to do it here. Ah, oh, crap. Well, our options are limited. I have a feeling there's a wolf in the pit. So you know what? We're going to put this kiln down there. That'll be perfect. And put that up so our food doesn't spoil faster. Not that there's much chance. The other thing I have to make is a pickaxe mold. I think I already said that, but axe mold, Falx blade. Oh, I think that's, there it is. Pickaxe. That and go. Fill that in. Use my clay. Actually, I think I have access to a lot of clay. So this is fine. This is fine. Go. And just clean that up to finish it off. We're done. Okay. So now we put our precious red clay back. Grab you. Run it over. I really need to, I can't wait to have a saw, which is also locked behind copper. Once you have a saw, whew, the world is just your oyster. Well, not quite. But you can make furniture, you can make good doors. All that good stuff. How many sticks do I have? I'm short on sticks. Okay. We are so close. Let's see. Put that away. Put that away. No, just went to my bar. Just try to put everything away. Okay. Don't really need the basalt stone. Oh, there's the flint. Oops. Okay, get the flint out. Put it in this. I bowl that down. Yeah, I think that poor wolf is in the pit surrounding my base. Okay, gotta eat. And one of the wonders of this game is that I think the longer he's in there, the skinnier he gets, i.e. the less bush meat he'll drop. So if I just wait, he'll die and I'll be able to skin him. But if I kill him sooner, I'll get more meat, which is okay. But it's just bush meat. It's not very filling and you can't really do much with them. With it. So let's see. Do I see the wolf that I've been hearing, or is he going to surprise me? Nope. I don't think he's outside of the pit. There he is. Poor guy. Dude, I hope you have some fat left on you. Oh shit. He's scared. Every time I hit him, he might change his mind though. Okay, you know what? Do I have dirt? No. I'm gonna keep an eye out and try to get out. Done. Screw up. Covered up. Ugh. Yeah, I know I'm sick because that. Yikes. 7 Days to Die is going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. So we're just going to move on and get some branches from these lovely trees that were planted previously. Because I need branches to finish those kilns. And this is kind of... I don't know. I mean, there are a lot of people who like watching a cozy stream. I have to admit that I've watched a couple streamers play this game and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the cozy vibes, especially when they started getting their technology up, like getting into ores and stuff, getting the facility of their base built so they can make things like wine and make large storehouses of food and that sort of thing. It was fun watching that. But I couldn't really imagine myself streaming a game while I'm kind of doing the same thing because this is totally like household stuff. So I don't know. It's a chill, cozy stream. My chat's pretty slow, which suits me okay, suits me fine right now because, you know, I'm not exactly fully with it right now. No, oh, bet you I can make something out of basalt. Yay, make me an X. Okay. But I can see the appeal of watching a cozy stream. And right now, it's pretty cozy. The wolf is in the pit. It's not in my face. It's not eating my butt. And shouldn't phrase anything like that ever again. But he's not after me. That's my point. Things are momentarily fairly under control. I think I've only died once this stream. I could be wrong. But being the streamer is very different. And being aware that this is the cozy side of gaming, it's definitely not the kind of thing that I'd start jumping and yelling about. There's nothing to really get super excited about at the moment. Just cutting some trees down, doing some replanting, starting a birch forest in the middle of a field, which could be fun eventually. Trees don't grow quickly. And gathering sticks so I can fire some clay into a mold. Uh-oh. But then there's the wolf problem, which hopefully isn't that big of a problem. Let me out. Let me out. Okay, I would love to have a drawbridge. So when I create another server someday, I'll definitely include a mod. The medieval mod, I think he said it was. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, now we pile the sticks on. Okay, I think that's all done. Get our shovel so we can make a door. Door! Yay. And put that firewood away. Grab some peat. Now we see if we have enough sticks to build this. Oh, crap. Quickly get my... No. There we go. Get the grass. Okay. Get out of the water. And now we put the fuel on it. Get it going. And we will have our hammer mold. And we will have our pickaxe mold. Okay, that's all burning properly. We've got everything else we need to do those two tools in copper. I think the victory lap for today will be going off and actually mining copper. But for now, I need to equip my hoe. because I plan on doing a little farming. For anyone who wasn't here earlier, this is a kingdom founded on turnips. There's nothing wrong with turnips per se. I'm sure some civilization somewhere has grown on them. But they tend to be a little bitter. Okay, good. And they're multiplying. Just busted one and got 2 seeds, or rather, yeah, 2 seeds. So instead of going off and, okay, that's a lot of spelt. Going off and trying to fill my plots with something else, I'm just going to continue with the turnips. Because I don't know, maybe turnip people aren't very imaginative. When it comes to farming, I am not. Okay, that's medium fertility, medium fertility. Where did my high fertility stuff go? Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. So we'll start here. Oh, I didn't need to do that. But now we see how quickly our turnips turn out in high fertility soil, which is a really good find. Okay. I guess I'll get the turnips back home because we got to do some cooking real quick. Check the time. Oh, cool. It's noon, so we can still do something today. And I just have to avoid falling into that pit because I assume that would be pretty hot. Not a great idea. Okay. Get a little more food. And now we have fresh turnips. We have turnip seeds. So we'll put those in before we take off. And we have less fresh turnips. Those are the choices here. So we're just going to make some food with the less fresh turnips. Let's see here. So there we go. Drag that back in and we're going to make like uber duberest superest turnip stew. Let's see here. Should I use the peat or should I use... I'll use some peat. We have more of that. I want to make sure that that finishes. Actually, that's way too much peat. What am I doing? Oh, there we go. Okay, that's probably too much peat, but I want to make sure this goes. Because I've already run out of food once today and I did not like it. No, sir. I didn't like it a bit. Start. There we go. Roaring fire with turnip stew. The densest of the turnip stew. Yeah, I really wish I could turn that wolf into a pet. I truly do. Especially since he's all white. And it's still June, isn't it? Oh, it's July. Not so good. Time's moving on. I don't know if we're anywhere near being set up for the winter. I think our farm is going okay. Is he alive? He's alive. He doesn't look happy. He looks quite energetic. Oh, pressing the wrong key. Hi, buddy. Oh, okay. I'm just going to leave him down there. I'm not happy about it, but what do? I got a farm. So we'll do a little bit more of that. And then I think, oh, we have a while to wait before our molds are ready. So unless the chat has a better idea, which I'd welcome, I think I'm going to go looking through the hills a bit more. And interesting, no rabbits in that trap. I wonder if that ever works, because I know if you surround your entire garden with nope, that was a bad jump. That was a better one. If you surround your entire garden with a pit and fence it off to make sure nothing gets in, you're going to catch raccoons, you're going to catch rabbits. I'm pretty sure you catch rabbits. That was really dumb. But I have dirt on me, so I'm out of here. You see, kids, when you're sick, you don't always make the best decisions. And I'm sick. Definitely. Yeah, this is not allergies. But okay. So I have a pretty fresh axe. Got a little stuff on me, nothing that I'm afraid to lose. And what do I really need? Well, I think what I really want is to find more ores. And no suggestions from the chat just yet. So, flint, I don't really consider ore, but I generally don't pass it up. I mean, that's slate, that's andesite. Hey, I just had someone in chat ask me what andesite is for. I don't actually know. I'm going to bring some light to the situation. That gets a little deep. There could be some trouble down there. So I'm going to back off a bit. And then I'm going to look up andesite. Okay, so you can make tools with it. It's hard enough. You can make a quern with it, which is next. That's definitely something I want to build when... Yikes. That's definitely something I want to build as soon as I have my copper pick, because we'll be able to grind the grains that we're going to be getting from our farm into flour. So, all right, you can do a lot with that stuff, but it's the same as any other hard stone. So, I think I'll check out that protrusion up there. I think that might be a little interesting. I'm also looking for sites that have ground ores, because I've always been a big miner. Even in World of Warcraft, my main characters were always miners. My longest main character was, what was that? Slate, loose flint. Oh, okay, fine. My main character was a miner and he was a smith. So I started him when I was playing Classic. So there are a couple of patterns that are no longer available in the game that he knows how to make. And I swear that's paid for a few World of Warcraft tokens or Blizzard tokens, whatever they call them now. So I was able to pay for free just on the back of being able to sell those as transmogrification items. Not as much anymore. Most people have those appearances. But they still sell every once in a while. They help. Who's flint? And in Minecraft, I mean, within 30 minutes to an hour, whenever I start playing, thanks to mining and knowing a few things about how to do it pretty well and to find what I want, my character is generally in diamond armor within anywhere between half an hour to 2 hours. And that's not really bragging. That's something. Look up a tutorial online and you can learn how to do that in a 2 to 3 minute video, which I think is great. I love Minecraft to this day. It's a lot of fun to play with friends, especially when they're ambitious about what they want to build, I like helping out. And sometimes I like to build something kind of cool. My latest thing was a great big tower with a garden on top with trees growing out and all that stuff. So it looks pretty wild. Um, and there's like a train junction right in the middle of the thing where you can take a mine cart in any of the 4 cardinal directions. Should I keep going? Yeah, I want to see what's on the other side of this. And now I need my shovel, which is almost broken. Oh, look at that. More valley. How are we doing for time? Oh, it's actually time to turn around, because it'll take us a little while to get back home. But thank you everyone for tuning in. I hope you're having a good time and enjoying my pretty chill stream. I know I'm not discovering anything super amazing, but this seed is pretty good. I honestly haven't found a lot of ruins though. I know that there are some. I should actually dig something up. Some bony soil up just to see what we can get in terms of lore. But I'm also just trying to fill in the map. At least around my base. Oh my god. So many black currant berries. And I'm doing that while we wait for my molds to bake. Okay, and I'm hoping to find more ground copper, lead, or something that'll help. Oh crap. That's a baddie. Having trouble getting out of the hole. Oh, he's out. Let's see, he's keeping up with me. Kind of want to kill him, but the rewards for that are not great. I've never really seen them drop anything impressive. At most, you get some flax cloth. So I think I'll just make sure he's not following. Because I'm not wearing armor. That's something I could have done while I was out here. Get some basic armor going. Okay, that is slate. Slate, not really useful. Oh. But that's a bear over there. I'll stay on this side of the bushes. I could try to run him to my base, but I haven't. Today's the first day that I've been having trouble actually jumping across my moat. And that would be honestly kind of the worst case scenario. Bear right behind me, I screw up, jumping over the moat, and the bear also falls in with me. Okay, so I didn't get anything from that. Yeah, when you see a fruit tree like that, what you're after is cuttings. You want to trim the leaves down so you can actually get a cutting of it so you can plant it near your base. 2 is ideal because the chances of one cutting taking a new soil is only 40%. But if you plant one cutting and then attach another cutting to it, it goes up to 60. I don't remember how to attach the second one to it, but I'm looking forward to experimenting. Poor guy. I will try not to fall on top of you because it would be my doom. But I also want to put you out of your misery and in my belly. Come on. I actually want fat more than meat from this guy. Oh, it's sad. I'm glad that they didn't use real dog sounds like another certain game did. Oh, sweet puppy. Thank you for the fat. That's very important. Okay, can I get the bones? I can get the bones. And I haven't checked this, so there's a chance I could run into something really bad in here. But I want to get those other bones. Also, I've heard that if you leave bones on the ground like this, that limits the spawning of a creature or eliminates the spawning of that creature. So even though those were bear bones and I'm no big fan of bears, in this game, I'd still rather not mess with the spawn rate. Oh, okay, I got it. That mod is looking extremely attractive. A medieval mod that adds drawbridges and such to the game. You're not done. Okay. But I'm retiring for the day, so I will know the one outside is done when this one's finished, and those are my molds. So I'm going to eat and refill my bowl. I love that you can't overeat in this game. I'd say for a trip that didn't actually yield anything specific, it was a pretty good trip. Okay, so I am going to cook this with this. There you go. More bushmeat. I do wish that you could put that in a pie or something, because I have had bear meat pie. I was really young at the time. I think I was like 5. But my parents tell me that I loved it so much that I went for a second piece. And for a 5-year-old, apparently that was a big deal. Because the first piece was pretty big. Okay, so what am I doing here? Well, first of all, put the bones away. Because carrying bones around for no reason is just creepy. So 1 lump of fat. Put that with the other one. Oh, I'm not too late. I had another bear hide from a bear that I trapped. And I can treat this bear hide while it's 2 days away from rotting. Seems to me that's a lot of hide. So do that. It's treated. Yeah. So it's treated so it won't rot. But I still have to cure it. So I'm just going to put you with your friend. That's a little cruel. But oh, look. A light color, dark color. Variety. Decoration. Kind of grisly fun. And I guess... Oh, I'm going to make more firewood. And tax my axe. Okay, so that was a bunch of firewood. I like the fire going, so we'll keep it going. Toss the firewood in here. Why with the basalt stone? Why? I just don't want it. Wonder if those vines will grow. Let's see here. Low fertility soil. Okay, I think I can actually finish this, which I had to abandon because I was out of sticks. There are 2... Oh, I'll just get the firewood. There are 2 ingot molds in there. So we've got clay cooking. And I think that'll take a day and a half in game. So we've got some time. And that means another very chill activity resumes. Okay, that's rammed earth. I'm going to drop my other pelt in there. Hope I get... Are you... Oh yeah, that's cured. Okay. That's very cool. I'll get some basalt, because that's been producing... put that there. And that's been producing some decent stuff, mostly copper ore. So we'll do more panning. It's nice. It gives my arms a break because all you have to do is right click. It'll do it for you. Gives me time to stretch. I didn't know this would be a longer stream, quite honestly, because I thought I was on the verge of having copper ore, but I forgot. I needed some molds. I needed more copper. I forgot about the hammer problem because once you get a copper pick, you can go mining. If you found copper in the ground, you can go get it and just pick it up. But you can't smelt it because that stuff's not ready. It's still got impurities attached to it, and you need a hammer to break that loose. And what have I got? It's sphalerite. It's zinc. I think you use zinc to make brass? I don't know. After this pan, I'm gonna look it up. Zinc? Nope, that's not how you spell zinc. Wow, I must be sick. Zinc bit, zinc ingot. Okay, what do you use that for? Molding. Okay, I think I took a wrong turn in the encyclopedia. Yeah, you make it brass with zinc. So if I keep on getting zinc, I might be that much closer to brass, but I'm not getting a whole lot. So we shall see. Let's see. Oh, health-wise, I'm not doing terribly. Keep on forgetting to make armor. So after this stack, I think I will. I wonder if you could make upper armor. I have a doubt. Also, why didn't I get any copper? Okay, we'll set ourselves up again. A couple more stacks. Maybe too high. I mean, I don't want to overdo it with the sifting, but just leave it set up. And okay. In order to make the armor that I want so badly. Okay. I need. It's made of firewood. And grass, I think. This is from memory, so. And you whittle it like a stick. And now we have our improvised body armor back. Yay. Right click to put it on. Hey, it's better than nothing. I think it's like 55% protection. So it's really not bad. I've survived a full hit from a bear wearing that stuff. And actually stopped going, oh no, I'm dead. Before I realized, no, I'm alive. It's time to run. And I have tried to turn around and poke a bear in the nose with a spear. I got 2 hits in before it just murdered me. So it happened. It didn't work out for me. What do you do? Let's see here. So what are we getting? Come on. Yes, you can do this while your inventory is open. What I want is copper, but I also know that I will soon be getting a lot of copper out of the ground because I found at least 2 sites where there's some good copper that I just need to pick for. And I am so looking forward to that. That will feel like victory today. And since I'd like to take a little break from this game, you know, just a couple of days. Was it metal scraps? Yeah. Okay, let's check that out. I think you use that to make stuff, to make special tools or something. Okay, A locust nest? Okay, that seems... So you get it from all kinds of places. It's an ingredient for black dye, a scrap bomb, okay, or a scrap weapon kit. Put in an active hand and hold. Right mouse button. What? Okay, I think I can do that right now. I need to do that right now. Has to happen. I'll just hold the right mouse button. What happens? Nothing happened. Okay. No, that's not how you do it. Okay, I'm going to get out of the water. Maybe it's afraid of the water. Oh, it's trying to place it. That's a problem. So I'll pick it up and point it kind of nothing. Okay, so I maybe misunderstood. Level scraps. Licky, tell me about it. So, oh, you have to make it into a scrap weapon kit by combining it with a stick and a coil of rope. Done and done. Where's my rope? I don't see rope. Good. And I know where I have sticks. Stick. Coil of rope. And we get a scrap weapon kit for the first time. What does it make this time? Oh. A scrap blade. Ooh. Attack tier 2. Does 3 hit points of damage. Okay, it's better than my spear. Not as long, but hey. I'll take it. Hey, so I think I can... Wait. That's why I didn't see it. Okay, I think there is fluorite or zinc there. No. Apologize for the minor brain fart. It's just doing organization things. Okay, so what did I just find? Native gold again? Nice. Yeah, I mean, it is best not to get your hopes up when you're sifting. Because, I mean, I did also get blue clay. But there's some copper. I'll take it. Native gold, copper, we're rolling in it. Okay, so... What? Oh, yeah, you can't grab from the bottom when there's one on top. So I'll do that a little bit more. And we'll put some stuff away. Check on the time. Oh, it's 1:33. So... But I have a feeling something is finished. And we're going to put some stuff back. That. Don't ask me why I put my flint there. Oh, okay. Put all the quartz in one place. That's really smart. And we're going to put all of our nuggets in one place. Does that make sense? Building materials. Find basalt stone stays. So does the firewood. Actually, no. There we go. Getting an array of tools. It's like civilization is drawing us forward. Okay, so you're not done yet? Okay. we're going to feed, but we're going to do so by actually check on that food. Where'd it go? There it is. Okay, so my stew is good for 6 days, but I guarantee that that bushmeat, oh, it's good for 7 days. Well, I'm still going to eat it first because it's unsightly. There we go. Put that away. I guess we'll do a little bit more sifting. Yeah. This is the only game where I do, the only game for me at least, where I do this sort of thing. And I actually kind of enjoy the sifting part of it. Sleeping through the night just wastes food, as far as I'm concerned. Your character doesn't benefit at all from sleeping, as far as I know. But the drawback is you end up, yeah, wasting food. You wake up hungry. If you're not doing anything for a few seconds. But in game, of course, it's 6 or 7 hours or something. I would rather do something with the time during the night, i.e., play the sifting lottery, which is super low key, and see if you can get some good stuff. I just got 2 copper out of that. And that, of course, sort of is until you have a larger lit space where you can do all kinds of stuff at night, run around, tend to other things. And that's sort of, if I'm in the mood, it's the perfect thing. Because sometimes when you have your game really built up, it can feel like you're progressing by doing a number of different chores, which my character's been doing more and more as things have gone on. But the more you advance, the more you have to take care of, and the more upkeep you have. And these games kind of excel on giving you an opportunity to feel a sort of accomplishment as your character progresses. I think it's great, but I have to be in the right mood. And I've been craving a slightly different adventure. There's my quartz. There we go. And may as well, what? Obsidian? Okay. Oh, there's the basalt. May as well just stack it into place. Are you still going? You're not going. That means you're done. Yes, it's time to make some tools. Which doesn't sound very special, but I'm going to have to move my furs. Oh well. Grab that one. And you're not the same color, so you're a different fur. Okay. Where do I put you guys? Oh, there's room. Bye. Bye. Put you in my on my bar so I can. There. Hammer mold. Ah. See, that sense of accomplishment. It's coming. It is coming. Put that away for a second. You're done too. All right. Get my copper. Oh, right. I already loaded it in. Okay. So what I need is the fuel. It was probably there. It was. Okay. Let's get this going. Okay. Should be more than enough. One of my favorite parts of the game is smithing. Legitimately. It is. It's actually a bit soothing. The process, heating up your ore, and there is a trick where you might be able to save a chunk of charcoal or two, where you get this up to about 600 or 700 degrees with peat or with firewood, and then you replace it with your charcoal. I don't care. Right now, I don't care. I made a pit earlier with a whole bunch of firewood in it, and it came out with 56 charcoal. So here we go. We are literally watching our copper melt, except I have a problem. I have to get my tongs, put them in the offhand, and we'll chew our bushmeat while we watch our ore heat up. So let's see, it'll create 200 units of copper. That's enough for both molds, because each mold requires 100 units to fill up, and then they'll have to cool. In the future, when we get to, I think this starts at bronze, you actually heat the metal from an ingot form, and then you hammer that into shape, and then you quench it in water. So it's a lot faster. But with this, we're going to get our molten copper, and we're going to pour it into molds, and we'll have to wait for that to cool. So I'll have a chance to do all my farming and stuff. And hopefully it'll be done by the time I'm finished with matures. And that is that. Hopefully. Yep, my tongs went into action. So we pour. There's one. And there's two satisfying copper ore pours. I'd love to do more, but I don't have enough ore. But we're going to fix that. So put my fuel back. We're down to 50. Okay, so I'm going to have to make more of that. So before I go out, I'm going to make another axe, just in case I see a tree that needs felling. I'll put my tongs away. Okay. Use one of my last sticks. So I guess I'll have to get more sticks and make myself an obsidian axe. Yay! And tongs. Goes back, and I'm just going to pile my obsidian right there. Some bushmeat. What else? Okay, we'll get rid of that. You can go there. Yeah, and that should go into storage. Because even though we have tools cooking or cooling down and things seem pretty good, I'm still going to keep some good soil around for sifting. Because you never know. You might get trapped in there overnight or during a temporal event, which, goodness, the last thing I want to do is to just have to sit my character down for 15 minutes doing nothing while the world goes crazy. It just doesn't sound like fun. Doesn't sound like fun to watch either. Okay, we have more turnips. Give me those. Oh, right. How many did I get? Did I screw myself? No. Okay, I don't think it makes a difference if you use a knife to harvest them or not. But I do have a lot more seeds. And I brought my hoe. So I'm just going to clean this up. Okay, that's high fertility. So how many seeds? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We might have to survive on turnips through the winter. At this rate, it looks like that's exactly what's going to happen. Growing, growing. Oh, I'm so excited. Because, I mean, copper is such a huge step. You get to make a quern, which allows you to grind flour. You get to get more copper, which allows you to make more tools, better tools. You can mine the ores you need to move on to brass, which, yeah, it's brass. Um, and I mean, there's just so many things. You can finally make an anvil, so you can. Is this a fruit tree? Um, oh, sweet. I think it's a young fruit tree, but I might be able to get a clipping, or a cutting. Yeah, you can make an anvil, so you can make a saw. I mean, it's the change in the game, the advancement is fantastic. And I mean, this is my first real playthrough, especially alone. So it took me a long time to get there. I kept on dying. Things kept happening, which actually is a good trademark of a video game. Not necessarily the dying, but, you know, things happening. Keeps things exciting. Keeps the playthrough exciting. Come on, you've got a cutting for me, right? Please? No cutting this time. But we'll let it grow and hope for next time. I think once it's an adult, you can get cuttings from it. I'm just rushing the poor thing. So, but yeah, so it's kind of my first playthrough to a certain point, and that is worth considering when you consider that it's probably taken me 10 hours plus of playtime to get to copper, when there are a lot of people who get that all done within an hour and a half tops. So I never said I was the best player when it comes to this game. I don't even think I'm the best player at games that I have over 1,000 hours in. Um, just because over the last couple years I haven't been able to game very much. I've had to save all the wear and tear on my wrists and arms for my career, which is writing. What? Tin orbits. Okay. So we'll be back for that. And we're starting that now. So I'm gonna, okay, we'll actually dig around it. I think yep, my shovel broke. Do I have anything with which to make a shovel? That is conglomerate, so I can't actually use that. Well, let's try. Let's try to make a shovel with conglomerate bits. No, it's too light. So we'll just put that back. Let nature have them. So those are tin ore bits. If I have like a tin vein right near my base, that will definitely get us much closer to, yeah, a heck of a lot closer to actually having bronze. Conglomerate, loose flint. I'm not going to leave that chunk of, how many flint? Did that seriously just give me one flint? Not happy. Oh well. You need 2 flint to make a tool. But yeah, I mean, that would be hilarious if I'm like so close to just having, oh, it's not bronze, it's brass. Um, right? I'm sick, so I don't trust my brain. Huh? Yeah, I think it's brass. Yay. Okay. Let us make ourselves a shovel. Use one of our mini sticks. And get back to that. There it is. Yeah, let's see here. This would be a weird time for the game to crash. Or for my stream to stop going. So that has already happened once today. So let's conglomerate stones. Okay, so what am I doing? I am building myself a marker. Really obvious marker. Just going down 2, so I can literally trip over where this was. Also, I kind of want to see the tin. Okay, color me curious. I don't know what color curious is, but I'm that color. I don't see any, but that doesn't mean much. Just going to leave the center pillar. I'm so curious. Okay. And get out. And take that. Got it. That is a huge find, especially like so close to my house. The chances of missing that are pretty huge. I wouldn't find it until I went prospecting. Otherwise. So. Pretty awesome. Don't fall in the hole. Okay. I should run back home and see if that's finished. Oh, cool. Sword makes me feel like an orc. Not anti-orc. I'm not against orcs, but still reminds me of Lord of the Rings. Get over. There we go. I mean, the other thing is I could have checked on my skep because I have a skep out there waiting for bees. And I don't know if I put enough flowers around it. Okay, I am going to block that up. There we go. And dig my door up. That's another thing. With copper, I can make a saw, which can then make a door. A nice door from a house. Oh, they cooled down enough. Oh, we're not stopping here. We're not stopping here. I need that benchmark. I need that victory lap. Oops, wrong way. I'm so chuffed, so excited that I forgot how to put things together. Okay, so I don't think I need that right now. Okay, so we're going to put our hammer away because that doesn't leave the building. Put our hoe away because we are done with farming today. The farm boy can stay home. We're just going to eat up and head to one of our markers where we marked food. We didn't mark food. We marked copper and we're going for it. It is time. Put my axe back. Anything else really? Oh, I should put the turnips. How many turnips did I get? Good God, 34. I have to make a mega turnip stew. I gotta make it. Which means I have one more thing to do. Okay, well, put that in a crock pot, right? Wow, was there so much in there that... Where'd the crock pot go? Weird. Did I put it down by mistake somewhere? Okay, that's still going. Oh, well. Okay, that worked. Strange. Okay, so that frees that up. We put it on the fire. Oh, I put the crock pot on the fire for some silly reason. Why is that even possible? Okay. I misclicked. That's all that happened. So is it really just going to be turnips? I think so. I think it's just going to be turnips. And I've got berries going bad. We need... we really need some of that grain to finish growing. Okay, put that away, that away. Yeah. Is there anything else that I can put that away? There we go. Put this with the food. I don't know if this will work, but I'm going to try to make 10 helpings of turnip stew because that's kind of all we have. And there will be more turnips. Like it's a practical certainty. Oh, okay. So the most you can make is 6 helpings in any one dish. That's good to know. Okay. So put these turnips back for future use, and I guess I'll get some firewood. Yeah. Get cooking. I guess it's turnip stew all winter because, oh, that's going. Cool. I think that'll finish with that much firewood. I think I overdid it actually, but I'm excited. So excited. I don't even care that I'm walking out with my special sword. I've got armor. All of it's new. It's all new. And I'm going to go for the nearest deposit of whatever. And I think it might be the tin. Yep. What? No. This is, what is this? Okay. The nearest deposit to home is copper. And we are going to dig, dig, dig. I do want to create an exit plan here, so my shovel won't last very long like this, but this is a priority. I want to be able to get out of my pit in a hurry, just in case I end up with something I don't really want to hang out with. Okay, sometimes you have to go through a level of stone to get to the ore. Let's see. Okay, so it's not fast. Okay, so that's basalt and that's copper. We'll just strip the basalt and we'll try to get a couple of pieces of stone for a quern while we're at it. A quern? I'm not sure how to say that. That's okay. I don't care. It's a grindy thing. You put your grain in it and then you turn the top and it creates flour. That's what it does. And you can also use it for other stuff too. So how are we doing? What is this? This is poor. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care that it's poor copper ore. It's native copper ore. I'm super excited. And by isolating that chunk of basalt, we've got a basalt rock. Yep, a solid basalt rock. I don't know. That might not be the right kind of material for a quern, but I'll try because I have a pick that can get through this stuff. Not super fast, but hey, it can do it. And there we go. So let's see if I can remember how to do this. So we've got that. Oh yeah, we need a lot more. Okay, so I'll pull some of these out as I go. Go. Just, multitasking. So that's poor quality. So it's definitely not going to yield as much as like high quality, but it will yield. We will get our copper. And yeah, this is not the most exciting thing either for streaming, maybe, but I am very happy. Okay, and that's almost free. All right, and what do we have here? Conglomerate rock. Okay, give me my shovel. Just finish this off. 1 block. 2 blocks. So we need 2 more. And we're just going to take all the copper we see down here. Okay, poor quality, so scoop it up, scoop it up. How are we doing? We have 28 pieces of poor copper ore, so that's fine. We're not space aged, but hey, we are improving our lot. Okay, so while we're exploring for more copper ore, we're going to do a bit more of this. Okay. Go. And I don't think I have realistic physics on because I think I would have actually had a minor collapse if I did. And, you know, not a big fan of mine collapses. Okay, let's see here. Okay. So a little bonus crafting. We have 6 of these. I think we go like this. And, oh, I'm short 1. Yeah, my brain isn't mathing right today. And that's fine. We'll get our 1, and then we'll finish scooping up all the copper we can find here. Our pick is lasting pretty well. Not amazing, but it is the first pick. And we will be able to make more picks. Ta-da! Okay, let's see. If basalt rock is hard enough for this, then we're in business. We are not in business, or that's not the pattern. I can't spell that. There it is. I can make a basalt. Okay. Oh, so you need a chisel of some kind. A tin bronze hammer? Huh. Or iron hammer or... Oh, okay, it might be an artifact of bronze. Oh well, I have some nice intact blocks. I can just put those away for later. I think we might be at the end of this deposit, but we can always come back because there are some very... Oh, my staircase kind of got... I got excited. I ignored my staircase. Okay. Yeah, there are other deposits that are very easy to find. So we're going to abandon this because I don't see any easily available copper. And when we have better tools, or when, you know, the pickings are slim for copper, we can come back. What was that? Oh, that was a piece of rock. Okay, let's go. Hey, some of my berries are ripe. Okay, we're not going to rush that. We don't have grain, so we'll... Okay, what time is it? It is 5:04. Okay, so I'm going to quickly check the farm. I am curious to see how well our grain is doing. And then we'll get the smithing because you can, blacksmith at night. It's a fun thing to do while you're waiting for morning. So that's 5 of 9 for rye. What? Okay, maybe those are just the turnips I forgot. I don't have my hoe on me. Can I just replant? Yes. Okay. So more turnips, yay. Hey, it's food security. I shouldn't look down on it. It's about time to start thinking about fertilizer for these guys. Yeah, because I can accelerate their growth a bit by using some fertilizer. And I have peat. I don't know if that's what I need, but I can use it. So I'll do that tomorrow. For now, we're going to get this cooking. Okay, so you're empty. Can I just fill that up? Ow, I stepped on the fire. That fill the... It did. I guess the crock pots can only take 4 servings of something. I'll grab that, put it aside. Take my wood back. Oh, okay. I thought I put firewood in there, but it was in here. Put it back with the firewood. That's good. And bottled in. Okay, so yeah, we did get a few things. So before I get too excited, I should put them away. I think that was a pretty good outing. Okay, and let's see. Oh, okay. Don't have a lot of room, but that's a... Oh, the vines just die after a while. That sucks. They're pretty good for rope. So I guess I'll store them with food for now and make rope out of them as soon as I have enough. Okay. It's kind of a bummer. But I'm back up to 23 turnips. Yikes. Okay, so what I need is fuel and I need my hammer. And I think we will finish today's vintage story stream by showing you what it's like to get a lot of copper. You smack all the copper free with the hammer, and even poor copper, native copper, will get you quite a bit. So every 20 of these will fill a mold. So I can fill 5 molds. That is pretty cool. So I'll just put this with the other stuff. And we'll check this out because I think, oh no, there's nothing in there. I got that. It's in here. What did I just do? Oh, just picked up charcoal or dark brown ceramic ingot molds. So if you don't have a mold ready for your copper, you can just dump it into ingots and store it that way. Processed, ready. It also helps you set up for... Interesting. It also helps you set up making a saw, which I'm super keen on doing. But we're going to do something just so I don't forget. I want to make a mold for an anvil, which takes an awful lot to make. But it's good to get it knocked out right away so you can get that saw going. If we're going to build a keep, we're going to need a saw. Probably a number of them. And this takes a minute or two, but it's worth it. I want to do it on stream because this is kind of a victory lap. I haven't gotten this game to this technology level probably since 2019, maybe 2018. And it's true. I didn't play this game for quite a few years, but still, feels good to get to this tech level. Especially after dying so many times. Well, there we go. Besides, if you don't get faster at setting up molds by doing this, you'll never get faster, or it'll take you a long time to get faster. I think the neck actually gets pretty quick. Kind of funny. I realize that I'm kind of forgetting to blink. Do another layer. Okay, we'll do that and that. Woo! Yep. That's a lot. I hope I don't run out of clay. That would suck. If we do, I'll definitely have to see you next time. There we go. Little drink of tea. There we go. Clean it up, and we're almost done. Okay, one more row. I think this is it. Or we're darn close. There we go. We have our anvil mold. We just have to fire it. Wow, it took almost a stack. I'm not surprised, but still, it's a lot. So we get our grass. There's more grass. I don't know if that's enough grass. I think that was enough grass. Put it back. I don't think that's enough sticks, but do I have any others lying around? Rats. Come on, sticks. Oh, well. Oh, I think we got enough sticks. And I'm not going to use coal to fire it. We are going to use, I'd like to use, yeah, firewood. That might do it. I think it did. Are we firing our anvil? Yeah, we are. Cool. Okay, so that'll take some time, but that doesn't mean that we can't. Okay, we'll put some of our stuff going away before we get something else going. Yeah, that's 100. We have our charcoal. Good deal. Okay. Put our charcoal in. Might take a bit, but we're still going to limit it to a certain amount because I do not want. This stuff is precious. It takes a while to make. 1, 2, 4. Okay, and we spread it out. So that'll make 500 units, which is actually a bit too much. We have molds for we have molds for 4 items. We don't want extra. But we're going to get it going. It will not take long. Okay, and while we wait, we eat. That is a privilege of having a game that's going pretty well. What time is it? So it's 11 p.m. And we're going to watch this happen. Of course, we're not going to pick it up with our hands because that would burn our character and we don't want to mistreat the poor avatar. He's been through enough. I'm going to put this back. We have 32 copper left. So that doesn't seem like the copper is lasting very long. And it isn't. But we are going to get a saw, something else. I don't know what. We could get another hammer. Uh-oh. Actually, we should get another hammer because we're going to be breaking a lot of copper. So that's not a bad thing. I should get a prospecting pick mold going. And that's not a bad idea at all. But this stuff is gonna be done soon. And I think I'm done with this stream for today. So we're gonna pour this and that'll be the end of the stream, the end of the episode. For now, I hope you enjoyed this very chill episode. I had fun. Of course I died. That's normal. It happens to me in this game. But I think we finally turned the corner and found our copper. We found other stuff too. Really valuable stuff. And we're getting real tools. It's kind of a huge deal. And I don't know. Seemed like the right pace for a day when I'm not feeling quite normal. I'm going to have to like disinfect all this stuff because yeah, I don't know if it's even possible, but I don't want to give myself the same cold twice, but I got it. I know how to do it. All right. So we're almost done. And it is exciting. And yeah, don't be fooled. It is really satisfying to see the ore that you picked out of the ground pour into a mold. 1, 2, and I think I can't remember how much ore we'll actually need to fill that anvil mold, but I think it's going to be a bit more than this. So there we go. Get our leftover coal back. Yeah, I was right. It didn't take very much. And leave this for later. thank you so much for joining me on this stream. I know I wasn't quite up to my regular standards, but I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. I had to switch YouTube channels because I had to separate my professional life with writing from gaming because not everyone was really into the gaming side. And there were a lot of notifications going out as I was releasing videos quite regularly. So um, I really hope you enjoyed yourselves. Thank you to the people who came in and watched the stream. I've had a number of viewers for the last hour that I've been really happy with. And yeah, I really hope you stop in again. Click follow so you know know when I go live. And I guess it's time to roll credits. Yeah, and learn how to talk all over again. Welcome, Kalmatar. Thank you. Let's see here.